lot of wind in these. Whoops. Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. Want to give you an update on the severe weather ongoing. We've got numerous warnings along this line, which is basically stretching from Statesville all the way down to Chester County. So you can see that line. We've seen a lot of reports of wind damage. Even though the radar sometimes doesn't look real impressive, this has had a big rush of air or a gust of wind coming out with it. We've seen numerous shelf clouds, and shelf clouds are usually always a sign of damaging winds. Let me give you the latest warning, because this was just issued for Mecklenburg County. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Cabarrus, almost all of Mecklenburg, and a good section here of northern Union County. That is until 9:45 p.m. We've also got warnings for York County to the south. That is a separate warning for that cell. That cell is until 9 o'clock. And then to the north, obviously, got the one moving into Rowan County and northern parts of Cabarrus County. Actually, as I'm thinking about this, let me pull up some of our other cameras, because I can get a camera from Kannapolis. Might have a pretty good view of this. We'll throw this up in the monitor here in a second, but this will be our Kannapolis camera, which is the Cannonballers ballpark there, and we probably got some pretty good view. Well, there you go. It's pretty dark. Wow, look at the wind down at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can tell down at the bottom here, but some pretty good wind. I'm actually going to lower this. I'm going to step off camera. I'll continue to talk to you, but what I'm going to do is move our Kannapolis camera down a little bit if I can. We'll try moving this down just a hair so we could see the field, because one of the things I'm noticing is a lot of stuff blowing around there. So I'm going to lower the camera a little bit. We'll see. It might take a second, but you can actually see the sheets of rain or dust or something sweeping across, but that's really strong wind there. The other camera that's been really impressive has been our Dallas camera. Now the storm is actually just past the Dallas camera, but one thing I noticed watching the Dallas camera earlier, a lot of cloud to ground lightning still showing up. So we're looking off to the west. I'm going to go over and see, you saw that flash right there. That's lightning. Let me move the camera. I'm actually going to move it back to the east. So we're going to aim it towards Charlotte. Oh, and we're going to get right into the storm. So you can see we're kind of right in it here. So look at all that cloud to ground lightning. And the tower itself might actually be being hit by lightning. So there you go. That's looking due east, exactly back towards Charlotte. So you're going to see all the cloud to ground lightning. It's a little bit of a delay. I'm over there grabbing the joystick and moving it. But this is our Dallas camera. We're up at the top, pretty close to the top of our transmitter, up around 1,450 feet. The tower is actually about 2,000 feet. But you see all that flashing? That is the cloud to ground lightning. I mean, there's a lot of it going on in there. So again, the cells we're tracking, moving almost directly across the viewing area right now, are producing some damaging winds. So Dallas is right there, so you can see that's where our camera was, and I aimed it back this way. So we're looking into this mess, which is towards Mount Holly, Belmont, Paul Creek area. So all those areas on the Catawba River, the Whitewater Center, seeing some strong winds. Lake Wiley, Clover, Tega Cay, Fort Mill. Fort Mill almost to you. Tega Cay, you're getting it right now near the golf course, and then up towards the Buster Boyd Bridge. Heading into Fort Mill near 160, almost there now. You're getting quite the light show. Rock Hill as well. You're kind of on the edge of this. This is moving in from the Newport area, so that part of York County. This is going to be diving in. And again, the main impact from this is lightning and wind right now. I'm a little less concerned about flooding because the line is kind of thin, so it doesn't mean it has a lot of time to produce rain. Trust me, there's tons of rain, just probably not enough to cause flash flooding. Lightning's a big issue. Remember, even inside, do not get on any corded devices, touch a sink, bathtub, shower. I know that always feels like an old wives' tale or something your grandma told you. It's legit. Remember, all the plumbing in your house goes into the ground and then goes out away from it to the water lines. If the ground or a tree or something gets hit, that lightning can come in. Electricity can travel through water, even PVC pipes. It doesn't matter what the pipe's made of. It's the water that it's conducting through will come in, and if you're attached to it, you'll get shocked. Most people are indirectly hit by lightning, not directly. Hit something else and the lightning travels through. So fence posts, as well as tree trunks and even irrigation systems. You see this a lot on golf courses where the irrigation system gets hit. So again, this whole line's moving through pretty quickly, 30 miles per hour. It's narrowing a little bit. That's why I'm not too concerned with flash flooding. The bigger concern is obviously going to be the winds. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings, and the warnings are up for damaging straight line winds. So let's go from north to south and do updated storm tracks. We'll put a track on this one right here, push it off to the east, and so you get an idea of this one. So Kannapolis, 901, Salisbury, 904, Spencer, 909, Concord, 916, Cold Springs, 924, Mount Pleasant, 936, okay? Meisenheimer, Richfield, Denton, and New London between 9:40 and 10 o'clock. So those areas, be ready for damaging winds. It'll be in and out quickly. Just got to stay inside, stay away from the sink and the bathtub. You know, don't wash the dishes right now. Probably not a good time to do it. Great excuse for everybody. Don't wash the dishes, stick them in the dishwasher, or just stay away from the sink. Let this thing pass. Don't worry, it'll be through quickly. Okay, we'll track this through Charlotte off to the east. So here it is through Charlotte. So uptown Charlotte, 903, which is coming up quickly. Probably, I would say, it's going to take a little longer. I'd say give her plus or minus about 5 minutes. Remember, you're watching a stream right now, so there's always a delay. And the radar, people always think this is live radar. It's not. It's a picture. This has already happened. Once the radar beam sweeps around again, it takes another picture. So you're actually looking at always a little bit delayed data, even on a radar that looks like it's in real time. Pineville, 919. Will Grove Air Park around 9:30. Matthews Mint Hill area, 9:35. So plus or minus 10 minutes there. So don't read into the precision here. This is a precise time. It's not very accurate. There's always a little bit of wiggle room here. Stallings, 9:45. Midland around 9:50, and then Locust closer to about 10 o'clock. So that's the new warning, which is up. You know, up until 9:45, I believe. Let's go a little bit further south. I'm going to clear that out. We'll go a little bit further south. We'll go into York County and northern Chester County, and we'll do a track on this. So I'm going to start right around Lake Wiley. We'll go down to Lowry's there. We'll push it off to the east. And again, the movement, if you're wondering, is about 30 miles per hour. So I'm going to recorrect that. So this will give you a good line. Newport, 903. Tega Cay, 909. Indian Hook, 912. Again, plus or minus 10 minutes. And again, what I'm tracking is the leading edge. So the lightning and thunder, you're going to hear it way before these times. This is when the wind and the rain should get to you. And again, sometimes the wind can be well ahead of the rain. Remember, the gust fronts, that shelf cloud, those ominous clouds we get great pictures of. You see them, that looks like a spaceship. That's the rush of cool air out the front. That's where the strong winds are. Sometimes that's way ahead of the rain. So that's why you need to get indoors before the rain gets there. If you hear thunder, it's the time to go indoors. Don't wait for rain. The wind will come before the rain as well. The rain is usually the last thing to hit you. The lightning and wind will get you long before the rain does. So Old Providence, Matthews, Mint Hill, Van Wyck around 10 o'clock. Unionville, 10:14. Monroe, 10:20-ish. Again, plus or minus about 10 minutes. Do not get too precise. You know, this is a precise time, but we're giving you kind of a plus or minus because a couple things happen. This will speed up, slow down. You're watching a stream, you're getting the data a little bit delayed, so that's why I always like to give people a little wiggle room. Do it 10 minutes early and wait 10 minutes after that time until the all clear. So again, there's our current warnings. Let me turn them back on as I'm talking to you. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings up until 9:15 for parts of Iredell, really almost out of Iredell. Mooresville, it's past you. It's really Rowan and northwestern Cabarrus County. So Salisbury, Landis, Kannapolis to Concord, 9:15, that warning is up. Charlotte, all of Charlotte, parts of Cabarrus, a little sliver there, Carowinds exit basically of York County. Very small, I would say northern Lancaster County, so Indian Land, South Ballantyne, if you will. Heading over towards Unionville and Monroe, probably going to be there between now and about 9:45. And again, this whole line is pushing to the east. So as always, I like to tell you when there's an all clear as well. So if you're behind this line, there are some lingering storms, but if you're in this area back in here, which is now almost west of the Catawba River, almost everybody west of the Catawba River, you're clear from severe. So you're done with the severe weather risk, and you can get back to watching the Olympics. So I'll continue to track this. We're keeping a close eye on it. The line is thinning out a little bit, which is great for rain. It's not always wind. And before I leave you, I do want to look at the wind real quickly because, oh yeah, we still got some good wind in there. And the reason I say that, you see this kind of brighter orange here right around Lake Wiley. So this is right around the Daniel Stowe Botanical Gardens, right there, Buster Boyd Bridge, northeastern York County, southwestern Mecklenburg County, southeastern part there of Gaston County. We've got some 50-mile-an-hour winds estimated by the radar. So that's probably just off the surface. Let's look at the terminal Doppler radar. Sometimes it gives us a little better idea. They're definitely, if you look carefully, you kind of see the splat. I know I'm used to looking at this. It's like looking at an X-ray for doctors. For me, this is what, when you analyze a storm, I see things you probably don't even pick up on. But the thing we're looking for is these brighter shades of green and blue and brighter shades of red to yellow. That's showing us strong winds. But I can actually see the wind splat. We call them splats sometimes as the wind comes out of the storm, just like the rain, it spreads out in all directions. That's how you know it's a downburst. That's the epitome of straight line wind damage. And if you're wondering what this is an artifact. That's nothing actually coming in. Sometimes even you can see airplanes picked up on the radar here. But there's an outflow boundary right there, that red line. That's the gust front. So that's something that's nice you can track from Concord to the University. Oh, right around PNC. I know the Doobie Brothers are playing tonight, so hopefully everyone's in shelter right there. That goes down through the middle part of Mecklenburg County and then stretches down to Tegakay to York. So that's where that leading edge of the stronger winds are right now. So we'll go back real quickly, widen it out one more time, and I'll show it to you. There's a look at the line. So please stay weather aware for about the next, I'd say, 2 hours till 11 o'clock, and then we'll be in the clear, and then we'll be starting talking about the heat. That's heading our way for the next couple of days. But strong storms moving into the area right now, kind of on schedule. We expected it to be here between 6 and 9, and sure enough, they're right over us, okay? We'll end the stream here, but if there are any more warnings or we feel like we're going to have to do another, we'll break back in. And make sure you follow me on social media. I will continue to post updates on my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter page, X page, if you will, throughout the rest of the evening. Please stay safe out there.